All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Late Night Weddings with the Florida Wedding Association. We have here today Mayte from the Photobooth Bros. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's get this show on the road. Roll the intro. All right, well, welcome to the podcast. How you doing today?
I am doing fantastical.
Fantastical.
Yes.
I like that. All right. Well, I want to get started with the beginning, as always.
Awesome.
Very simple. How did you get started in this?
Well, I do not like to take credit because it actually was my business partner who actually approached me, and he said that he had this idea, and I was like, okay, I was just working at Metro PCS, so I was like, sure, why not? So he brought this idea. It was very new. It was not something that people were really doing on the wedding. So I guess he pretty much tried it out. He saw something cool about it, and 3 years later, here we are.
So I know you guys do a lot of different types of events. You don't do just weddings.
Absolutely.
But for here, this is the Florida Wedding Association. We're only talking about weddings. Now, I know I went through your website and I did a little bit of research about your company before we started. And I know you have three different kinds of photo booths. You have a bunch, but these are your three main ones.
Exactly.
You have the open style, enclosed, and inflatable.
Mm-hmm.
Run me a little bit through those. What's the difference between them and what's your most popular one?
So I will start with the most popular one. Our most popular one is the inflatable photo booth. If you ask why, well, it's very self-explanatory once you see it in the pictures. It looks like an igloo that pretty much has light inside. People really do get drawn by the attention, especially like the kids and other guests in weddings. A lot of kids think that it is actually like a bouncing, like a jump house.
Like a bounce house?
A bounce house, there you go. But it's not. It's actually a very fun place to go ahead and take pictures. You know, when you go in, there's that beautiful backdrop. You do have the prop tables. You have the photographer or the machine, whichever one. That is one of the best parts of our company, that we do give the liberty of our clients to have the option if they want the machine or they want the photographer.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Because I've seen you guys do that before. I went to one of your photo booths at a wedding that I was just shooting, and there was a photographer in the photo booth instead of the machine. I've never seen that before. What is that all about?
Well, we have attendants that they're trained photographers, and pretty much a lot of people really go towards that service more than the machine, because the machine only gives you 5 seconds, even though the 5 seconds are pretty cool because, you know, you have to do it quick and people are like, oh my God. So you do take like cool pictures with the machine, but with the photographer, you have more of an intimate relationship with the photo booth, because, you know, you can take pictures if you need to take it again. If you don't know what exactly to do, the photographer is there to actually guide you, you know?
Gotcha. So what do you see? Like what? Okay, so I'm sure you've done weddings where there's like a younger crowd and an older crowd. From what I'm guessing, and I might be totally wrong, I'm guessing the older crowd goes more with the photographer because they want to take their time. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yes and no. A lot of the because a lot of our young couples, once we let them know about the photographer services, they do go forward, just because, you know, people are self-conscious now. They really want to look good on their picture. You know, they want to look like they really plan out the whole process. And with the machine, sometimes you don't get to get the pose correct. Like, you will have to come back again.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so from what I've seen in your website, the enclosed photo booth is just like the typical photo booth that everybody has seen before. It's just like the igloo, and you're just enclosed in there and you do your thing.
That's the inflatable. And then the enclosed, I think you're talking about the black enclosed photo booth.
Right. It's just like a tent, right?
It's a black tent. We have the option of two of them just for the space wise, because we have seen that, example, our big enclosed photo booth does not fit on every single venue.
Right.
Mostly outside more than inside. So we have also the 5x5, which is a little bit smaller, and it is better for indoor events because, you know, it's still a black tent. For some people, they're still looking for the traditional photo booth, I guess.
So I'm
it's
guessing
inside.
some people like just privacy when they're taking their pictures. So those are the people that go with the enclosed photo booth.
Yes, yes.
Makes sense. And then I'm guessing that for weddings, open style would be like the most popular one, right?
For especially for the rustic style
For
photo
like an
booth.
outdoor type feel.
Yes.
Okay.
And also for those type of weddings that they have like those enchanting kind of theme.
Gotcha.
Because it's open, you can see the drape, you can see the props and all the other good stuff.
Gotcha. And all the other guests and family at the wedding, they get to see the
What
couple or whoever's in the photo booth just taking pictures as they're taking the pictures.
Yeah, and it's very fun. Like the open air is very fun, especially when they see the bride and groom taking the pictures. People automatically get encouraged to go and take more pictures. Pretty much, they keep the bride and groom hostage in the photo booth.
So would you say that the open style photo booth is the best photo booth to get the crowd engaged in the photo booth?
I will say yes.
Interesting. I would think it's inflatable, but it's cool that it's the open style.
Yeah, why is the open style? Just like I mentioned before, it's because when you see people, especially those guests that probably didn't get to talk to the bride and groom because the bride and grooms are all over the place.
Right.
Then they see them taking a picture on the photo booth. They're like, "Oh, I need to go ahead and take advantage." So they just go ahead and take pictures.
How long have you been doing this for?
Since the beginning, for 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's cool. Do you like it?
Yeah, I do. I like talking to people and, seeing them have fun. So, of course.
Very good. Are you married yourself?
Yes.
Do you have a photo booth at your wedding?
I did not have a photo booth at my wedding, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm the groom, right? And I'm getting married, and I call you guys, and you give me the entire breakdown, the 3 photo booths. I know you guys have a lot more, and we're going to go through them, but just the top 3. We go through the booking process. What is the booking process like?
Well, from the moment that you give us a call, if you do have any questions at the moment, we'll definitely answer for them. Example, a lot of the bride and groom, they ask me like, "Oh, I'm looking for a photo booth." They ask me how many hours should they book the photo booth for. A lot of receptions, they go for 5 hours. We always recommend them. You can always get the 4-hour photo booth, which is very popular for weddings, particularly since their receptions is for 5 hours usually. So they usually book it for the last 4 hours.
The last 4 hours of the reception?
Mm-hmm. And the only reason why they do it and we recommend it for them is because a lot of the weddings, they do have like formalities like speeches, first dance. We do not want to take the moment away from the bride and groom.
Right.
So we always recommend them do it at the last 4 hours. That way all those formalities are done. Everybody's paying attention to you guys. Dinner is served. By the time that everything is done, the photo booth can open and you guys are ready to go.
From my experience, I would say that the most popular, the most receptions, they do 4-hour reception with a 1-hour cocktail. So I guess that's what you're saying, 5 hours. So when you say that you do 4-hour photo booth, does that mean that you start the photo booth as soon as the reception starts, or in other words, if I have a 4-hour reception, do you recommend doing a 3-hour photo booth?
Yes, I will recommend you doing the 3-hour photo
for the last 3 hours of my wedding.
Yes, just so you can make sure that your formalities are done, your guests are paying attention to you guys when it's needed, because you guys spend all that money, not for you guys to just...
Right, and just so you guys understand, for the bride that's listening to our podcast, when she says formalities, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're talking about the first dances, the speeches, the introductions, correct, all that stuff. That way the attention is on the bride and the groom. That's actually really nice. That's actually really
absolutely.
Nice.
We do ask them, like a lot of them, they do ask us, like they even, have us start when formalities are done, when formalities are starting. We ask them before we even start the photo booth, hey, you guys want us to close the photo booth until you guys are done? We don't want to take the attention from them.
That's really nice.
Yes.
And they get to save a little bit of money.
Exactly.
Cha-ching. That's what's up.
Exactly.
Okay,
hey, the honeymoon is as expensive as the wedding.
That's right. So my next question would be, if my reception starts at around, I don't know, I'm going to say 6 o'clock. My reception is from 6 to 10. The photo booth is going to open from 7 to 10. Mm-hmm. At what time do you guys show up and set up?
We usually, on the package, is included an hour before the photo booth starts. So if I start at 7, I will be coming up at 6.
Okay.
Now,
how long does it take you?
It doesn't take us long. It takes us 25 the longest 30 minutes
Gotcha.
to set up everything.
Now, if I don't want you to set up your photo booth in front of my guest, do you guys have like a way of setting up earlier or something like that?
Yep. You can definitely get an early setup for an additional $50, and we show up to 4 hours prior the photo booth starting.
Okay. How many hours?
4 hours.
4 hours. And how much is that for?
Just $50.
$50. Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your most popular? Okay, what's the baseline of your pricing? So if I want, what's the smallest package you have?
The smallest package that we have that is much more popular on, I will say, baby showers, it will be the 2-hour photo booth.
Okay, but not for baby showers, for weddings.
For weddings, 2 hours.
2 hours. And how much would that go for?
It will be $190.
And what type of photo booth is included in the 190?
Our 3 most popular.
So you can choose any of between the open style, the enclosed, and the inflatable, and that will be $190.
Absolutely.
Do you see that most brides go for the 190, or do you have a more popular package?
A lot of brides actually go for the 3 hours.
Okay, how much would that go for?
$290.
So it's just an extra $100. And what's included in that package?
The same what is included in the 2 hours. It will be your choosing of open style, inflatable, or enclosed photo booth.
Right.
It includes also the props, as well the attendant, the hour before us starting up. So we will show up an hour before the photo booth starting up. The customization, your background choosing, and the online delivery as well.
Okay, is there a limit on pictures?
Nope.
What about a limit on prints?
No.
So everything is unlimited.
Yeah, why will we limit you? It makes no sense to limit people like this. I feel like it's so cute when a client comes in and asks me, "Can I take another picture?" Like, yeah, I'm here until X, Y, and Z.
So $290, 3 hours. They choose whatever photo booth they want. Unlimited pictures, unlimited prints, props. Does it come with an attendant?
Yes.
Oh, and can they choose between the software, the machine, and the photographer?
Yep.
Huh. That's pretty good. That's a really good price. Yeah. And of course, if they want the early setup, it's just an extra $50.
Exactly.
And it includes a book, right?
The book, they can add it up for an additional $35. These are called add-ons.
Okay.
You can definitely, add anything that you like on the package. A lot of people, they like to, create their own backdrop. So we do give them that option. That is an additional $250, but that is something that we can definitely do for you guys.
Gotcha. Now, I've been going through your website, and I see that you guys have these new things that I've never seen before. I guess you guys are calling them deluxe photo booths or something like that.
Yes.
I saw it on your Instagram as well. You have a mirror photo booth, a green screen photo booth, a slow motion photo booth, a branded photo booth, and an aerial photo booth.
Yes.
Okay. So really quickly, I want to go through all of those. Start with the mirror photo booth. What is that all about?
The mirror photo booth is a very interactive photo booth. Pretty much is a mirror, so you can definitely see yourself through it, and you really don't even need like a backdrop for it. The best part of the mirror booth, I guess, is that it pretty much tells you exactly what to do. It gives you the option as soon as it tells you exactly where to touch to start everything. It's like, just touch here, you just touch it. It tells you blow kisses. It's pretty interactive. Personally, I want it for my birthday.
It's animated, right?
It's very animated. That's awesome. The best part of it, that at the end of your photo session, it asks you if you want to doodle on it, and you can actually write something or give somebody a mustache.
So you can sign it.
And the best part is that it prints out with the sign.
Is that also included in $290?
No. This is a little bit pricier, but it's still on a good budget. For 3 hours, we can do it for $450.
Unlimited photos.
Unlimited photos. And
that is a really good price.
Yeah. And you can add the scrapbook for an additional $35.
Did you get it for free for your birthday?
Yeah. I need that. I'm the owner. Hello.
All right. I know what the green screen photo booth is. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's just a regular open style with a green screen in the back. The branded photo booth is pretty self-explanatory as well. The slow motion.
That one is pretty cool. The slow motion is cool and It's just amazing. It's just cool. It's pretty much it's a 2-in-1. Not only will you get a slow motion photo booth, but you will get also your regular photo booth. So after the video, you pretty much create like a 3-second video that expands to 15 seconds. And we encourage all the guests, especially if they're girls, like to twirl and throw like confetti, and it gives you a nice slow motion effect. Like imagine your hair is just going like very slowly with the confetti, and your skirt is like
and you shoot it. So what you do is you shoot in video instead of photos.
Yes, it's a video, but it's a 3-second clip that extends to 15 seconds.
So you shoot it on a high frame rate.
Correct.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then you take pictures.
Oh, you can also take pictures.
Yeah, after the video, you create the pictures.
And that one is also for $450?
That one goes for $600 for the 3 hours.
Right, I figured that was going to be a little bit more expensive.
Yeah.
Now, I think I've seen the slow motion before. I definitely have seen the mirror before. But this new thing, the aerial photo booth, I mean, I don't even know where to start. So you're going to have to... this one you can take your time on. I'm really interested. Just paint me a picture.
It's pretty cool. Pretty much we have, this setup is a little bit, it's pretty big. It's a pretty big setup. We put those trusses in. We have a camera that instead of pointing to you, the background being in a wall, the background is in the floor. What? And the camera's actually on top. So that's why it's called the aerial photo booth, because the camera's actually on top and you're taking the pictures in the floor. So you gotta picture yourself like you can have like a very cool like background. We actually did our first aerial photo booth this weekend and it was amazing. It was very fun. A lot of people really did like it. You pretty much you lay back and you see the camera and you can do like an effect either like you're looking like you're falling.
Right, so you're on the floor.
You're on the floor, so you look
That's
like...
pretty awesome.
It's amazing. I see it a lot like on bar mitzvahs.
That's awesome. So if you are like a bride or a groom that's just like thinking outside the box a little bit and you want something different, man, that aerial photo sounds like a lot of fun.
And if you don't mind just getting in the floor and just doing very funny poses.
I'm going to have to hire you guys for like my birthday party. I'm going to take it from your book.
Oh, yeah, you can, of course.
Come
to my birthday party.
How many photo booths are you going to have at your birthday party?
I'm going to have the full... It's going to be a photo booth birthday party.
All right, awesome. All right, cool. So we are pretty much done here. How can the bride find you?
You can always find us on our website, thephotoboothbros.com. As well, you can always give us a call. Our phone number is 754-422-5299. You can find us also on Instagram and Facebook. Start following us on Instagram and you get a $5 coupon already for your next booking. And feel free to give us a call. We always answer any questions. It doesn't matter if your wedding is going to be on 2021. We'll try to make it happen and be part of your party.
So just for the brides that are listening right now, if you guys want any extra coupons or discounted prices for the Photobooth Bros, not only you can call them at 754-422-5299, you can also visit floridaweddingassociation.com, register your wedding, and we'll go ahead and send you all the information that you need with all the discounted prices for the Photobooth Bros. If you want a photo booth at your wedding, you have to call the Photobooth Bros. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much, Mayte, for coming.
Thank you.
I had a good time. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a great day, everybody.